In this video, you're going to learn how to set up a virtual machine with VirtualBox 5 and how to install the CentOS 7 or Centos 7 operating system itself, and finally how to log into your new server. Just keep in mind that I'm guiding you through some very basic stuff here, and I'm trying to provide you as much information as possible. To get started with VirtualBox Manager, create a new virtual machine. Instead of guided mode, change it to expert mode. Enter the name of your virtual machine. In my case, it's Centos 7. And it should auto select Linux system and Red Hat 64-bit version. If it didn't, or you can't find the 64-bit version, it may be because your BIOS settings has not enabled virtualization technology yet, or your machine simply don't support this option at all, which means you can pretty much stop watching this video now. It is recommended to have at least 1 GB of RAM and 10 GB of storage. I am feeling rebellious, so I'm demonstrating with 768 MB RAM and 4 GB of storage. Next, you can customize your VM drive settings. I selected dynamically allocated for physical hard drive emulation, which is fine if you have an SSD. If you don't have SSD, you should select fixed size for boosting your hard drive performance. Now with your virtual machine selected, go to Settings, go to Storage, Controller, IDE, and select Empty Disk. And next to the optical drive, click on that little disk icon and choose Virtual Disk File and look up the CentOS 7 ISO image file. I already did that, so it's already in my drop-down list. And then go to System, Processor. If you can't select more than one processor, it will make your virtual machine a little bit faster. After you're done with your configuration, select the virtual machine and start it. From the starter menu, it's very recommended to test your media first to make sure the file isn't corrupted. Saves a lot of headache to do it now instead of finding it out later, you know. Once you're inside your graphical user interface installation wizard, just do the usual stuff. Check your date and time, keyboard and language support, and maybe double check your installation source. Make sure that your software selection is on minimum. Forget about the other packages, you can still get them later. Select the installation destination, make sure you have the drive selected. Go to network and hostname settings. Change your hostname to something that you can easily remember, something like in my case username.livingroom. You'll notice on the right of the screen the Ethernet is turned off by default. Switching this on will enable internet access, but I'm leaving it off and I'll show you how to set it up manually in another tutorial. You can now begin your installation, and during the installation you need to set up a root password for the administrator. And then you create a new user, account name, username and password. I'm going to make it admin so I can use the sudo or sudo. Entering the same password on the root account is not a good idea. Once the installation is done, click on reboot. Wait until you see the text-based login screen. And congratulations, there's only one last thing to do, and that's enter your username and password. And that's it.